Oh, wow. Lemon cake. Thank you very much for the 10 gift subs. That's incredibly kind of you. Thank you so, so much. So, Ichthir then. No, Carnanos is not Ichthir. Who knows? They perhaps when Norse came across to Britain and interacted with the Celtic folk, the Druids, they may have seen some similarity. It was pretty common as people from different cultures, especially polytheistic cultures, intermingled. They would see aspects of their god in the local gods and spirits, and would either assume that it was their god by another name or some aspect of their god. I could see that. I could see them seeing an aspect of Ichthir in Kernanos. Goodcraft by Bree. Thank you very much for the bits. Fractalacula with 5 gift subs as well, and Bodogok, thank you very much for the gift sub too. That is incredibly kind of you. Diolch yn fawr iawn, everyone. You've whomped us all the way up to 39% of the way to a level 4 high brain. My goodness. Yeah, Fatina Decay. Exactly. There was a lot of. There was a lot of sharing gods. I know, Charles, the way you said it, sharing gods. But that absolutely happened. Amongst the polytheistic cultures, there was a lot of intermingling in that regard. When you'd come across a different culture, it wasn't a case, because you were already used to the idea of there being many gods. So it wouldn't be a case of, oh, these people worship someone else. War. I mean, it wouldn't necessarily mean that wouldn't be the case, but it didn't have to be. It wasn't the only course of action. In many instances, you would either see likenesses to deities in your old religion, and would then, like I said, assume that perhaps it was an aspect of your god, or your god by another name, so on and so forth. And there would be then some sort of common ground upon which that you could deal with these people. Or you just accept that, well, this is a unique god to you, but just because this god exists doesn't invalidate mine. Though, then you might have the, my dad's bigger than your dad kind of scenario. It's like, my god could beat up your god. Oh, well, my god could beat up your god. No. My god's got 8 heads. My god's got 20 arms. Or my god has got a cannon. What the hell is a cannon? I don't know. I just made it up. I trade my Wotan for yours, Zeus. Yeah, sharing holidays was exactly the same way. Yeah, no, absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you so much for all the bits, by the way. That's incredibly kind of you. Diolch yn fawr Song Swiftai. And Mintums, thank you very much for the Prime sub. 72% of the way to a level 4 high brain. My goodness. And then the creeks were, my god shagged your god. Wow, okay, that went in direction there, I guess. I love that was the first time you've ever said anything in this chat. I mean, you're not wrong, but wow. Imagine that being the first words out of your mouth. Starting on a strong foot. Well, yeah, I suppose so. Strong something, at the very least. Right, how... you know what? I could do this myself in a fraction of the time if I just told the dupes to do it. But there's something cathartic about the fact that it's going to take them... By the time we finish the map, they might still be doing this. It's somehow quite awesome. But there we are. We've actually finished sealing off, for the most part, the base. Now, there are some slight changes I want to do, the slight modifications that I need. So, one thing I'm going to do right now is I'm going to grab this and go whoop, like so. Oh, Brigantic Sangiri, thank you very much for the bits there. Diolch. Hop. I only have 10 more bits. Have them all! That's very kind of you, Nerdcrafty. Craft by Brie. That's super kind of you. Wow, Fractalacula. Swooping in there at the last moment with 2 gift subs. Pushing us over the level 4 hype train line. Okay, this place is starting to come together really, really nicely. We didn't go with the sauna there in the end. We moved it over here. I do like all of the art that we've got, though. That is a very, very artistic little place there, yeah. No liquid intake. We need water. I will have to decide how I'm going to bring that water in there. We're also going to need water over here because this is the rec room. We want to fill everyone with the carbonated goodness. The starry-eyed speedy boys. Running everywhere. Every which way. Back and forth. Zoom, zoom. Also, I need you to mop that up because it's just going to spill back down here again. But thank you so, so much for all of that generosity, chat. That was incredibly kind of you. We must talk about polytheistic religions more often, it seems. Now, I am going to create a HUD over here, which means I'm going to adjust this a little bit. I think what we're going to do is add in some last-minute airflow tiles. Then, either I... how should I go about it? I can either allow 1 tile's width or 2 tiles width. If I go with 2 tiles width, I may as well push this all the way up here to the 4th. And instead have 3 internal tiles. Have the internal cladding there. And then it kind of be in line with this area. I guess that would be fine. The idea is that I would have 2 gas pumps at the top with a sensor that would detect if there was a presence of a non-oxygen gas, and then it would activate those pumps to pull the gas out. Aavak, are we self-sustaining? We've been self-sustaining for a long time. I was watching you play Stonehearth on YouTube. I decided to search you on Twitch for the first time. I'm so glad to see you playing one of my favourite games. Ooh, Games, thank you very much for that. I'm glad that you enjoy Oni. And indeed that you were enjoying my Stonehearth series. Which series were you watching? Because there's been a few at this point. Right, we've got... there, Thermium, there we go. Alright, well... And before we bleed through all of this power, time for us to start dumping. Right, actually, I need to double check something. When these drop off water, if it can't go in there, it gets spit back out down here. That seems to be the way that it goes. This one kind of goes half-half, depending. I really should have a bridge there to give it priority. Let me fix that. Dunk, dunk, dunk. And then we'll get rid of that. Disconnect. There we go. And indeed, at that point, I'm also going to place one over here because it's really important to have clear direction for direction of flow. The Ace Mod series. I'm like 16 episodes in. Oh, fantastic. Well, I hope you enjoy. I really need to finish that off. But sadly, save game is kind of all over the place. I have managed to recover it, but getting things to work properly was more of a problem than simply getting the save game off my old computer. But we shall see. Unless you mean the streamed version, the VODs. Right. Okay, so with that, we should be safe to bring in... Oh, it was a stream. Oh, in that case, it's fine. Right. We are going to bring all of this gas down here. How we access it, though, is a different matter entirely. I think what we're going to do is we're going to remove these two. Have a single pump in here. It is kind of a pain in the backside, but it's also going to superheat this gas, but I don't think that's going to be too much of a problem. Thank you ever so much for the support with that hype train. That was incredibly, incredibly kind of you. Incredibly kind of you. Thank you. I will rejoice today we get a new Dark Aavak RimWorld narrative series update. Oh yeah, on the main channel, yeah. Is there any chance the old Kenshi playthrough will come back? Increasingly less chance of that. Increasingly less, but there is more chance of a new series starting than of the old one continuing. I'm going to be honest with you. Right, time for us to deconstruct you and also to deconstruct you. I think that will be enough room for us. But I am going to need to insulate the room. So... Actually, you know what? No. I'm not going to break that down. I will use ceramic insulation and a single tile's worth of that. I am keeping an eye on the Kenshi 2 stuff, yes. Very much so. With bated breath. Right, thermium. So this will easily be able to handle the heat. Pop it there. I am going to want automation, an Atmos sensor. Now, I don't believe this can melt, save at the melting temperature of the material it's made of, which should be, like, yeah, you know, I'm not even going to look it up. This is coming out at, like, 500 degrees. It's not going to be able to liquefy copper, but... Look, I know it's going to be lower than that, but I forget. Yeah, 300 degrees. Okay. It might have been funny to just use that, but that's fine. Actually, what have I got the most of? It'll be copper. So we'll pop this in here because that's... Oh, wait, no, we can't put it there. Oh. I am going to have to get rid of these then, and the only reason I'm getting rid of them is because they're a little bit too close. But that will be there because the area that this will grab from is in that square. And then we will run this up in copper. Go. And I am going to insulate tile ceramic out to about here. That's the same thing on this side. Once these are out of the way, I will fill these walls in. This will be my entry point. We'll get all of that sorted. And then this room will be ready. Your OCD in building stirs up things in me I haven't felt in a while. You call it bespoke. I call it life. Thank you. I think. Right, let's speed up the simulation a little bit. Oh, did someone ask about 7 days? Let's have a look. Well, 7 days to die content come back. Yeah. I'm still uploading it on my YouTube. On the archive channel, !archives on my second channel. Sheilab is actually, at this moment, I believe, kind of half watching the stream and half editing out the second stream's content of 7 days. So she will be getting that up on her second channel as well, very, very soon. In fact, earlier on, we actually got her channel to the point where she can apply for partnership on YouTube. She was shy a couple of subs. But now that's done, we'll see where that goes. But as for 7 days, we will absolutely be doing more of it. Probably very, very soon, actually. Right, at this point, I'm going to want insulated... Right, okay, we cannot use ceramic for this. Or can we? It's an awful lot of pipe to make out of insulated, out of ceramic. That is an awful lot of ceramic. Huh. No. I think we'll just make it out of igneous rock or something. Hey, never catch you live. So happy I did today. Oh well, hello, Photolara. I don't know how you remember what you've done on this map. You played for like 2 years. Don't trust me. The first 2 hours of a stream is usually how I remember what I've done on the map. In so far as I don't, and then I have to remind myself. Right. We want igneous rock. It's going to kind of be a bit messy, I'm going to be honest, but sure, we'll get it done. So first down there, then down here. Wait a second, what was that? Ah, poop. That was made out of the wrong stuff, wasn't it? Indeed it was. This was made out of the right stuff, but the piping was made out of ceramic, I think, wasn't it? Oh, it might have been. Either way, let's just get that down all the way and across. And then down here, we're going to have rather hot gases that I need to get in here somehow. How am I going to do that? And I made a problem for myself here. I could bring it down on this side. 1, 2, 3, 4. A little bit too high up. I could run it over, I guess, but I would actually prefer to run it... Oh, no, up. We'll do it this way. Over here. Then run it down and in. Somewhere there, for example. At the top, so that this really hot steam immediately gets pulled in. So somewhere like over on this side, let's say. We're going to need a high... Oh, will this be able to handle it? I would assume so. But it's possible the vent might melt because it's made of plastic. Ooh, that's an unfortunate scenario that we find ourselves in. It is quite possible that our gas pipe here will simply melt. Nope. Remind me to come back and fix that. So you and cancel you. There we go. Okay. We'll see how this goes. Will I ever complete the tutorial for the automatic train setup in Factorio? Probably. Probably. Oh, Tubman, that's incredibly kind of you. Adding my subs to SheLab's YouTube channels right now. Get that partnership going. That will bring an incredibly bright smile to her face. And SheLab has an incredibly bright smile. Right. Now then, we've cleared out everything down here. You are slowly making some progress. I suppose I should help you out right there. Right, okay, so with that done, there's a lot of things I need to do over here. So I'm going to tell you to sweep rather aggressively. A lot of jobs to do. Awful lot. I'd like if you finish the new living quarters. You can employ a full-time super. I mean, yeah, actually. Uh-oh. How? Shelley, why? Okay, Shelley. Shelley. Why are you so stressed out? Where are you, Shelley? I'm concerned, Shelley. I'm gonna have to send you to get a nice massage, aren't I? Oh, you're gonna go and tune up one of the steam turbines in one of the volcano rooms, aren't you? The main volcano room, okay. I mean, good job. Hang on, how's the water in here? What? Did we spring a leak? Very much hope not, because this is a controlled amount of pressure down there. I remember when this base had a long commute warning. That was a long time ago, before the implementation of our rapid transit system everywhere. Before we had easy access to plastics. Okay, that's going to be annoying. Right. We're going to fix this problem right now. Data 9. I hate to do it, but do it anyway. Also, what's the temperature like? It's starting to rise. It's coming in at about 20 degrees. Probably gaining a bit of heat as it goes. By here, it's... What temperature is it as it's entering here? 20 degrees, 20 degrees. By the time it enters here, it's 21. So it's slowly rising the temperature of the base, it seems. Ever so slowly is the temperature starting to pick back up. Why are these so freezing cold, though? Okay, bioluminescent rock is only 14 degrees. Fair enough. I need this temperature to increase so that I can plant my buddy buds. They're an important part of this base. Might be the biggest awning base I've ever seen. You're nutty, bro. I'll give you a full show if you'd like. There you go. This is the first, like, understand that, yeah, I've been playing this for a while. There's been long gaps between streaming, but this base was the first base I ever even got to oil. The first time I had done anything with that sort of stuff. But prior to this base, I'd only ever gotten as far as oil. I'd never actually even tried to use it before. I had to learn that while we were going. Yeah, my first really advanced base, yeah. I learned how to tame a volcano on stream. Like, on camera we built this. I'm actually remarkably proud for it as a consequence. Then we tamed a second volcano as well. Still a little bit concerned about the pressure over here. I would like a lot more CO2 to be getting here than it is. Still, we are bringing the CO2 over at the very least. From a couple of places, and we're feeding that in directly into the slicksters. So the slicksters are enjoying food, such that 'tis. And that CO2 tends to stay somewhat local to this area. It might be better if I could actually seal that off, I don't know. But I've got a lot of mixed gases around the place, which is kind of not great. However, the CO2 is CO2 and natural gas are the only ones I'm using right now. I've got more oxygen than I know what to do with. So effectively what happens here is once the polluted oxygen and natural gas gets up here, natural gas gets split off, and then the polluted oxygen and oxygen move up. Oxygen gets fed out to the oxalite foundry and my telescope. I don't actually think I need this anymore, do I? Do I need the telescope for anything anymore? Because if not, I could just remove it completely. I don't know. We've then got the remaining oxygen moves up. I use it to strip a little tiny bit of heat out of this area, but well, more than anything, I actually cool it by sending it through here. This is all naturally planted wheezeworts, thanks to pips. They do pretty much all of the cooling for me. Well, most of it. I do a little bit automatically myself, but for the most part, I don't need to worry about it too much. Passively, these wheezeworts do a lot of the cooling for me. Every now and then I have to do a little bit more, but then the remaining oxygen that's been piped through there gets brought up here, and I vent just tiny amounts of it, just a little bit here and there, to shed heat off my robo-miners and various other structures in space that need to be cooled down. So there's a little bit of gas just being bled out, and that just bleeds away any heat that builds up. And it's really, really effective at it. I only allow it out in 50 grams a second. We've got lots of storage for that. Radioactive... I'm not... while I am running with the spaced out DLC, so this is the big merge update. This is one of the... This is like a legacy map. So I don't have radiation on this. Basically, this is like the base vanilla game with all of the base simulation upgrades and some things like the basic suit docks and stuff. So not the Atmos suits, but the like face masks and things. You got more or less all of the quality of life upgrades from Spaced Out and some of the new units, but in some of the new buildings, but in some cases things weren't added in. Like radiation hasn't been added into this one. But that would be mind-bendingly radioactive. What are the rooms beneath the wheezeworts? Okay, so down here, this is a steam room. Effectively, I produce power and food for my shovels from meteorites. They come down, they break, they deposit a bunch of stuff. The robo-miners break them down, the sweepies collect it, return it down here, and then it gets dumped into the transport system, which delivers it all the way down here. And then in this room, it starts to bleed off temperature. Let's have a look. So this is regolith at 200. Oh, damn it. See, this is one of the problems that I was talking to you earlier about, chat. Is the stuff in here is, I think, is that micrograms? Oh, it might be milligrams, actually. It's too small to shed heat. So this stuff in here, yeah, it's milligrams. This stuff in here is not doing any kind of heat transference calculation, so it will never change temperature. It'll never be dumped out. Every now and then when that happens, I have to do this. Because the normal operation with kilos of the stuff in here, it'll pass through and it just moves through the steam room and bleeds off its heat into the steam, which then turns on all of the steam turbines until it's dropped its heat below 160 degrees. I'll actually change this to 130. Actually, when do I shut that down? 130, so yeah. Once the items in here are below 130 degrees, then I allow... this will activate and it'll let them out of the system. And once it's done that, it moves into this conveyor belt where this is actually cooled, because I don't want to bring hot stuff into my base. I want cool stuff in my base, but I want it to circulate all of that heat up here. So I'm making use of the heat. I'm getting the heat out of space for free. But because of the small the small scale of these things, it doesn't really work as intended. But it moves through here. We've got a little bit more coming down. So now I need to flip this back onto below. But over here, I'm just going to allow this all out. And what's happening is that comes in, gets filtered through, moves around here until it's below 20 degrees. So a safe temperature for my base. And then it filters down here. If it's regolith, it gets sent back up to feed my shovels. If it's anything else, it gets dropped down here for my dupes to pick up. So like, you know, a bunch of 20 kilo iron or something, which is perfectly fine. Oh, is there a way to force stack them? Because that would be bloody amazing. That would absolutely be fantastic if there was a way to do that. As soon as that's done... Oh, are they particularly cold? Oh, they are particularly cold. Okay, fair enough. But yeah, we're getting a lot of small amounts of things moving through, which is just kind of annoying. How's the lower coolant cap cool? This part is using the same coolant loop as my steam turbines, which is currently the wheeze water keeping it cold. But if it should ever get too hot, like if it gets above 0 degrees, then I use a thermo aqua tuner to help. But generally speaking, my wheeze waters do a really good job of keeping it cold. There are a lot of them, to be fair, and because they're naturally planted by pips, I don't have to pay any fertilizer costs for them. It's a decent system, I feel. How are things going? Interface, why are you not going over there? And why are you not going home? I feel that my sweepers are not doing their job. Yeah. Is there something I need to do with this? Like, they don't seem to be doing anything. And they haven't been for a while. Oh, power. Really? Yeah, I mean, I know it says they've got low battery, but I don't understand why they're not going back to gather up... oh, the dock doesn't have... Why would the dock not have charge? Oh dear, have we bled down? No, we've got power there. Potential load, current load. Got more than enough power coming through. Okay, well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to disconnect and then reconnect them. Maybe it's just a glitch in the matrix. We'll sort it. Don't you worry. See, they're heading back now, but yeah, there's no power in there. Or is it? Hang on. No, the docks aren't out of power. It's just that they're not storing anything. Okay, now it's out of power. I'll allow them to break it down, and then I'll reconnect it. There we go. I'm sorry I woke you up. I know it sucks. I love their little... how emotive they are. It does suck, I know. There we go. You're getting a recharge. I select matrix at all? Okay, you've unloaded. There we go. Now get out there and do your thing. No? Oh, okay. Sorry. Yes, yes, I know. We'll get it sorted. Don't worry. Matrix, why are you being so grumpy? Oh, my lord. Hi, Aavak. First time catching a stream live for a while. Just finished the 7 Day to Die VOD. I hope Lady Sheilab is feeling better. She is feeling much, much better. Actually, we were talking about that earlier. We will almost certainly see more 7 Days to Die very soon. What is wrong, Matrix? Matrix, do you want a snazzy suit, Matrix? Is that are you cold? I'll give you a warm sweater, Matrix. There we go. Was she not feeling... yeah, during the last stream of 7 Days to Die, she felt very, very unwell, very suddenly. So we wrapped up the stream. She's feeling a lot better now, though. I'm not sure what I need to do with this. I don't understand why Matrix is being... why Matrix is so bothered. If you connect the automation output and reset port on a conveyor limiter, it will function similarly to regular gas and liquid valves. Connect the automation output and reset port on a conveyor limiter. Ooh. Let me try and pop one of these down. So a conveyor limiter. Is there something I need to research? Let's have a look. I love this, by the way. I might not have conveyor limiters. That might be something in... yeah, looks like that's something specifically for spaced out, which I don't have here. Sadly. Is this bedroom messed up or bad? I don't think so. I'm starting to think maybe I just need to get rid of it. Oh, there you go, look. Ah, you... really? Okay, now your battery's low. I appreciate it. Were you having a strop because you didn't have any warm clothes? Oh my god, Matrix. Oh my god. You fussy little git. I mean, you're not doing anything now because you're probably out of storage space, I imagine, but maybe you still got some storage space. Alright, okay. Interface, warm clothes as well. And be thankful I'm not sticking an omelette on your head. Really tempted to go back and stick an omelette on their head. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. That is ceramic tile. Ceramic tile. Good, good, good. Master has given Matrix a sock. Matrix is free. What? Why are I just don't know. I think it just might, you know, they're of that age, you know. Right, I've got a lot of stuff that I need to do down here as well, so yeah. Be happy they didn't try to unionize and demand paid vacation. They already get paid vacation. I mean, what kind of savage would I be if I didn't give my workers paid vacation? Next, they're going to tell me that they've got some sort of arbitrary limit on the amount of sick days they can have, as if they have control over when they get sick. Psst, my lord, we're living in the future here, not in like the 1200s. The terrible 2000 cycles. Just can't wait for them to grow out of it. Platinum toast. Oh, that's perfect. Perfect. Oh my goodness. Oh, that was so good. Alright, base is starting to come together now. Got a little bit more to mop up, but that should be mostly okay. Do the same over there, please, and thank you. Everything else is more or less okay, yeah. Your robots get sick days? Well, of course they do. My robots are sick. I don't want them coming into work making the other robots sick. Also, the only way they're going to get better is if they get enough time to rest and recuperate. I shouldn't have to explain this to you. This is like taking care of your workforce 101. There's 0 germs at this base. Ah, but there's not 0 viruses in this base, sadly. Some of the duplicants just can't let go. They need to click on every single pop-up that shows its ugly face on their browser. Has Interface got his warm clothes yet? Interface still hasn't got his warm clothes. Oh, maybe I only had 1 warm clothes. Let me check. How many warm clothes do I have? I have no warm clothes. Sorry, Interface. Let me find you something else. Well, cancel that. Let me find you. And I know you were working under the promise of being given clothes. But I am going to make good on that promise. I just need to find some other clothes. I believe I've got a snazzy suit somewhere. Let's just hope that Matrix doesn't get fuzzy. I mean, to be fair, okay, this may be a controversial opinion, because Matrix did look quite badass, but let's be honest, Interface looked the most awesome of them all. Everyone else just got more gritty and dark with age, but Interface literally merged with his, well, the equivalent of an Omni-tool. I'm not going to stick... Well, actually, I might stick an omelet on Interface's head if the Interface doesn't do their job. But normally, this would not be a thing. I know the super's on low power. I don't know what to do. You know, I've been trying to figure out why, because they've got a dock that's got all the power that they need. They just won't go back to it. I don't understand what's happening with that. I genuinely don't. Their dock is there, full of power. Copper Volcano. Let's go watch. Woot woot. I could do the same for the other volcano, I suppose. Let's go and do the same for the other volcano. Just for the happiness of seeing it happen.